So you've got a garment and it has bias binding around the edges and you want to take it in because it's too big and you want to keep everything nice and smooth and you want to keep the bias binding. What do you do? Well, follow along and I'm going to show you. And real quick, before we get started here, if you're enjoying Sewing Anastasia, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to learn even more about sewing, make sure you check out my online sewing academy and my sewing club. Links are down below in the description. Now, let's get back to altering this super cute garment, which does not fit. The first thing we need to do is pin up the dress the amount we want to take it in. So I'm going to pull this out at the side seams and I'm going to start putting pins into it, pulling it as tight or as loose as I would like it to fit. So I'd like it to be more fitted in the bodice here, and then I'm okay if it just flares out from the waist. I don't want to make it tight all the way down. So now that I have the one side pinned up, I'm going to pin up the other side as well. And on this dress, if I really want to tailor it, it looks like the center back seam could use a little bit of tailoring too. So while I'm adjusting the whole dress, I'm going to also take in center back here so we can get a really nice fit. I'm not going to take in the bias binding at the top here. We're just going to take in the seam to the binding. And I'm just going to stop at the waistline there, and now I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to pin up the other side too, just so I can get an idea for the fit, and then I can try it on and make sure it is roughly the right fit that I want. And then if we need to balance anything out, if I pinned uneven, we can do that after. Now that we have the dress pinned, it's time to mark where the pins are so we know where to sew. And let's also double check the sides and make sure we're going to be taking it in the same amount. So what I'm going to do right now is mark the side seams here so I know how much to take this in. And you're gonna notice my pin stops right here, but I've got a space here where my side seam is. So what I wanna do is take a ruler and I'm going to blend out to the side seam here. So we can't just stop here, otherwise we're gonna get a funny, weird pucker. So we need to blend to the seam. So now I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna blend down to the seam. So now I know where I have to sew. We're gonna come in and then pivot up. So to make sure we take in this side the same amount as we're taking in this side, let's just do a little measuring. We're gonna measure at the top. We're gonna measure about 5 inches down and measure, and we're gonna connect the dots essentially by adding these measurements to this side. So I'm going to remove the pins on this side. We no longer need those. So at the top, it looks like we're going to take it in 1 inch and 5/8. So I'm just going to write that on there, 1 and 5/8. And now I'm going to come down about 5 inches, so right here. And now I'm going to measure the width of this. And so right here, it looks like I have about 1 1/4 inches all the way to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 1 1/4 inches. And now let's go down a little further. Let's see what we got here, where it ends before we pivot. Looks like it's another 1.5 inches down. So I went down 1.5. And now when we measure across here, we've got the same, 1.25 inches. So these measurements are going to be important for us on the other side. And now what I want to know is how long is this line till it blends into the seam? So if I put my ruler here and I measure that, looks like 9 inches. So this line that blends from 1.25 inches out to the seam is about 9 inches long. So we want to know that as well. So now what we need to do is transfer these measurements to the other side of the dress. Now we're going to place those measurements on this side. So I'm going to come over 1 inch and 5/8 on this side and put a little mark. Okay. And now remember, we're going to come down 5 inches. And then we're going to measure 1.25 inches out, which is right there. And then we're going to come down 1.5 inches. And then we're also going to come out 1.25 inches. Now I need to make a line that goes from this last outward point, blending it into the side seam. And that needed to be 9 inches long. So I'm going to make sure that it's blending from this point and ending at 9 inches in the seam. And now, just like that, we're going to mirror the other side. But I'm going to connect these dots here too, so you can really see it. Here we go. So now we have the same shape on this side as we have on the other side. So now we have the same shape on this side as we have on that side. And this line is your sewing line. So it's always a great idea too to base this up and try it on, make sure it fits great before we cut anything off. I've also marked with chalk where I had pinned up at center back here, and there's nothing to mirror because we don't have another center back. So this will just be my sewing line here in the blue chalk. Our next step before we do any sewing is going to be removing this bias binding around the area that we're taking it in, because we don't want to sew into the bias binding. So let's remove the bias binding about an inch away from the area where we're going to be taking it in on both sides. And you can see right now that these areas aren't going to line up, which means we need to reshape the side a little bit, which is very common and happens all of the time when we're dealing with a neckline. So let's seam rip this area here on the bias binding on both sides. So you can see here that I've removed the bias binding, and I've done that to both sides, and I've removed it enough to where it's not going to get in the way when I'm sewing up this new seam. So now it's time to sew up right where I have that blue sewing line drawn on the dress. And throughout this process, I'm going to demo this on one side, and you're going to do the exact same thing to the other side of your dress. So I have everything nice and flat, and you're going to notice that the top at the neck here where the binding was doesn't line up, and that's okay because we're going to go back and even that out. Just keep everything nice and flat. And I am using a knit stitch because I'm working on a knit garment. If you have a woven garment, make sure you're using a straight stitch. Back stitch when you blend off into the seam that's already there. Now let's take it out, take a look. So you can see I have that stitching line right there where I drew my blue sewing line. Now what we want to do is cut off some of the extra, and I'm going to leave about 3/8 of an inch extra here, and then I'm just going to serge that seam together, just how I found the garment. Now if you have a woven garment, you have some other type of edge finish there, you can totally go ahead and zigzag it, overcast it, etc. But we're just going to serge that edge, and then we'll get to deal with the neck and the binding. So now I'm going to serge those edges together. When I get back to where the existing serge is, I'm just going to serge off. So now I'm ready to serge off. So I serged together that seam and it looks beautiful. While I was at it, I also sewed and serged that center back that I had to take in a little bit. Now we're going to even up that side seam. You know when we sewed it together and one side was a little higher than the other? Because this garment has an angle on the side seam there. So anywhere you created a seam, right now we want to even out that neckline or the back or the armhole or whatever it is you're taking in before we put back on that binding. So before we start, I'm just going to cut this binding here in half so I can get it out of the way. Since we have extra, we're going to end up sewing that up anyways. So you can see how this side is higher than that side. So what we need to do is even out this little underarm seam area. So you can use a ruler, or if it's just a little bit, you can kind of like eyeball it, but you want to blend it back into the existing edge. So this here is basically what I need to chop off. So now I'm just going to cut off this little extra bit. There we go. So now my neck edge here, the underarm is nice and smooth. Now we can get into how to apply that binding back on, especially since I cut it in half. So now what we need to do is make this binding fit, but you can see it overlaps and we have a ton of extra binding. And I want to make a seam in the binding, and I want the seam to line up with my side seam here. So what I'm going to do is just take the binding and lay it nice and flat at the edge here. I'm going to take my chalk and I'm going to put a mark right where the seam is on the garment on the binding. So I know that's where I want my new seam on the binding. And then we're going to leave a 1/4 inch here for seam allowance. And then we're going to cut off the extra. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to take the binding, I'm going to line it up, I'm going to walk it along that edge, and I'm going to see, okay, where's my seam? My seam is here. I'm going to leave a 1/4 inch for seam allowance, and then I can cut off that little extra bit there. And now what we need to do is sew these together. But what we're going to do is make sure we flatten them, and we're going to lay them right sides together. So now what we're going to do is sew together this little binding piece with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And it's real important that it's flat open right now. Now we're going to sew this little piece of binding together. Now that we have the binding sewn together, it's time to reattach it to the edge there. And then we're done and we get to check out our new dress and see how great it fits. So now we need to refold the binding and put it on the edge of the dress. So just fold in the edges of the binding, however much they were on your garment. Mine look like they're about 1/4. So I've got those folded in. And now what we're going to do is reattach it right around the edge of the dress. And now we're going to pin it on. Making sure those edges of the binding stay tucked under on both sides is going to be really important. There we go. Now we have the binding pinned onto the edge of the dress. Now we need to just sew it back on right where the original stitch was. Don't forget the back stitch at the beginning and make sure you adjust any tensions or pressures that you need to according to the fabric you're using. I'm going to engage my needle down button, so when I need to stop and adjust anything, I can, and it's not going to lose the position in the stitch. When you get back to the seam, it might be a little bulky, so just go slow. Remember, you can always use your hump jumper. Sew back into a few of the existing stitches and then back stitch. And we did it. Look at that, we've got that binding right back on and our seam of the binding lines up nice with the seam on our dress. Look at how much better this dress fits now that we've adjusted it. We were able to take it in and put back on that binding so it looks beautiful just how we found it. You can see here that the dress doesn't have that big gap on it anymore and it fits really nice to the body. So now you should confidently be able to alter something, take it in, that has bias binding around an edge. So remove that binding, take it in, even out the neckline or that edge wherever it's at, and then reapply the binding, but make sure you shorten it first. Do you have a garment that you plan on taking in that has binding around the edge? We would love to know about it, so leave it down below in the comments. Thanks so much for watching Sew Anastasia today. If you have any questions, leave it down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Sew Anastasia and hit that notification bell so you know when all the new videos come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching. These videos are for you guys. So if you have suggestions or things you want to see, leave that down below in the comments and I'll add it to my list. And don't forget, I teach sewing classes here in Chicago, my design studio. And you can also take classes online and join the sewing club online. There's links for all of that down below. And to make sure we stay connected and creative together, make sure you follow me on Instagram and all the socials so that way we can share our projects. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.